the capitalism on paper might be the best answer.
I had a ferret poop on my butt. You heard it here first, guys. A ferret pooped my pants.
Hello and welcome to That Goes Awesome, the only podcast where everything goes awesome. Christian!
Jaden!
We're back.
It's actually, we always say that, but it's actually been a while this time. We took a little bit of a break. We had some pre-recorded episodes.
So you didn't have a break, but we had a break.
Yeah.
And we're about to have another break.
True. But I have more pre-recorded
episodes.
episodes.
The summer is, I was thinking about this earlier, it's kind of funny, because we talked about like, man, we're going to have so much time once we get to the summer. And then we got to the summer and we're like, man, I would have so much more time if school would start already. Because it's like, I still have the same amount of time. It didn't increase. If anything, it went down.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely with what you're doing. I'm not going back to school, so like, it still hasn't set in.
It keeps hitting me.
It won't hit me until you go back and I don't. Not you specifically, but like literally the entire college. Because like, that's such a weird feeling.
Anyway, Christian, it is summertime.
Yeah.
Have you been outside?
I've been outside a lot.
Yeah?
That reminds me, actually. So, my New Year's resolution to get off my phone, get outside more. I've been outside a lot, but still am on my phone a lot. It's just like, it's so annoying. Because like, literally, like, I'll pull up a video on YouTube, or I'll be like watching a show on Netflix or something like that, and 5 minutes into it, pull out my phone and start like scrolling on TikTok or Reddit or whatever. And I recently took a step that I did not think I'd be able to convince myself to take.
What's up?
About a week and a half ago.
About a week ago.
I deleted Twitter.
Oh,
it's completely gone. The reason that was so difficult for me was like, that is like where I get 90% of my news. And my news isn't important. It's not like the news of like what's going on with the country. It is literally like, oh, there's an Xbox showcase in 2 days, that kind of thing. But I can still like find that on Reddit or whatever. And I was at the point where I was using Twitter like the most, and it was just like, as we talked about, Twitter out of all social media is the most hateful one out there. And it was like, I was getting bothered by both sides. Because on one hand, there'd be like something that I just genuinely don't care about that is like flooding my page of everyone nonstop talking about it, from people who were super excited for it and people who were super hateful for it. And one of those is GTA 6. I'm not like going to go into that, but like I just am very indifferent about that game. And there's tons of people just crapping on it and tons of people hyping it up like crazy. And I just don't want to. I want to see other things, but also there's just like movies and it's like literally everything, just life. People are like, man, I hate everything. And I'm like, okay, get me out of here. It's putting me in a bad mood every time I scroll. Yeah,
Twitter is literally full of just so much hate. That's like all it is. And I don't think I can bring myself to delete it because that's where I get a lot of my news and stuff.
So I'm not going to delete Reddit because I still get it there. And like, my Reddit has been like, I've had it for years and I don't like post anything or anything like that. But I've got like it perfectly just crafted to almost never show me anything negative. It's just like fun stuff all the time. Whereas Twitter, it doesn't matter how your algorithm is, you're going to see hate all the time. So like Reddit is still like, I'm trying to cut back on it too, but like I need at least some source of like getting things. I'm not about to go on Google and start scrolling through like the news feed to find stuff.
Speaking of algorithms though, your algorithm should have showed you last podcast, which is our 50th episode, we talked about all kinds of ideas and where we wanted to go with this. So if you missed it, or if you didn't leave a comment like I demanded you to, go back, leave a comment, and tell us what you want to see from That Goes Awesome going forward. I actually really enjoyed that podcast because we got to see all 4 of the gang on here.
Yeah, we did pretty well. That needs to happen more often.
It was fun. We should get, I think, the whole gang on to just like read Reddit stories or something.
I agree. We also just need more guests in general.
Yeah.
Was our last one Ben?
I think so.
And it's been like 15 episodes since Ben was on.
So if you want to be a guest on That Goes Awesome,
that might be pushing it a little bit.
Comment below.
Send in applications in the Google form that we do not have. Okay. So, this is something that I got really excited about. So, last night, I bought tickets for a movie.
Okay.
Love movies. Movies are great. It's another thing that Twitter was hateful towards all the time. It's just every movie that comes out.
I have a take on something.
Talk about it.
No, go ahead, but about movies.
Okay. So I bought tickets for my first ever IMAX movie because our area is getting our first IMAX theater, which our closest one is about 3.5 hours away.
Yep.
So I bought tickets to see the Odyssey in IMAX on Friday, and I feel like it's fitting because one, our IMAX theater is opening the same day as the Odyssey, so that's definitely intentional. But the Odyssey is also the first ever movie to be filmed exclusively using IMAX cameras, and I was like going to see if I could like watch Spider-Man in IMAX too, because me and Marina bought tickets for Spider-Man, which doesn't even happen until the end of July, but it was already almost sold out for the early showings, and a lot of movies don't release in IMAX, but I figured out of everything that would, Spider-Man, like the world's most popular superhero, would. Apparently the Odyssey is just so huge that like they have like a 4-week exclusivity deal where like it's like the only IMAX movie allowed to be shown for like a month.
Dude, so are we going to see Hadestown?
We should.
When is it? I thought it was like now.
No, it starts July 25th, I think.
Can we get tickets still?
I just checked last night. If you want to go like the first 3-ish days, it's like fully backed up. But if you go any of the later days, they're completely empty right now.
Okay.
There's not a soul. So like, as long as we get tickets fairly soon, we'll be able to.
Okay, yeah, we need to do that. We need to get tickets.
We definitely do. I almost did it yesterday whenever we bought tickets for the Odyssey and Spider-Man.
You would have bought tickets without me?
I mean, I would have told you which one I was going to.
Okay.
Because like, it's with how close we are and it's still being empty. I think like those ones will probably be like mostly just people who are going in.
Okay, but this is my fear. I said take earlier. It's more so just my fear of just movie theaters in general. No, I'm not scared of movie theaters. No, but I feel like movie theaters don't have a lot of longevity left.
I agree, and it's not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing, but I feel like just like all the DVD stores and places like that are just like extinct now, like dodos.
Streaming services are killing everything.
Yeah, I feel like I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, what are the chances that like my children just can't go to a movie theater, can't go watch a movie? And that's so sad. But like, I don't know what you do about it, because I feel like that is just the future of
it's a side effect of streaming services. Because everything is on streaming services. It's a very popular take to have that, because honestly it's kind of just at this point not really an opinion. It's probably just gonna happen. We've kind of been coming up because like from like 2019 onward, because like 2020 really screwed movie theaters up bad because no one could go. Like from that point onward until about like 2-ish years ago, movie theaters seemed like a completely lost cause. Just like no one was going. But recently, like some bangers have been coming out, and people have been starting to go back. Hopefully, it's enough to save it. Because like, to me, movie theaters are just like one of the most fun things you can do. When you're really excited for a movie and you just go, like, and you get to see it.
I enjoy movie theaters.
It's so fun,
especially when they have like really comfy chairs.
Yeah, I agree. The IMAX is gonna be like that. I'm so excited. But something that like really bothers me about it is like, movie theater etiquette has also gone crazy down the drain. If you see like a movie with a whole bunch of people in it, you can guarantee there's going to be at least a handful of people talking at full volume, multiple people on their phones texting during the movie, and it's like it's awful. One of the worst ones I saw recently for that was the Minecraft movie. There was like one of the people in there was like quoting everything in the movie before it happened, because of like the trailers and stuff like that. Is
that just a drop in movie theater etiquette, or is that just a side effect of the new generation?
I think it's both. A lot of people like our age kids are doing it, and like we grew up knowing theater etiquette, but now it's just people who just can't get off their phones. That's the biggest issue. People like having their phone on full brightness, just like sitting in the front row and stuff like that, just ruining it for everyone. And the Minecraft movie is certainly like on the far end of the spectrum. It's just it was completely packed of people who were just there for the memes. I was there because I grew up with Minecraft. I wanted to see the movie.
And Jack Black.
That fly is taking me off. I missed it. But that'll happen at some point in this episode. I'm grabbing that fly. But yeah, it's been rough. And like, I like it when people get really into a movie. because like I basically watched every Marvel movie in theaters. You're not like a huge superhero fan, but like when you watch one of the ones that has been like being set up for multiple movies, and like something happens in one of the movies and everyone in the theater is like popping off at something really cool, that's just so fun. It's just like you just feel like happy. But on the flip side of that, if you like, for example, I'm genuinely terrified that whenever we go to Hades Town, there's going to be some annoying person in the audience singing to every song.
It's gonna be me.
Like, because there were people who like, whenever they did this for Hamilton last year, there were people who were like leaving, and they were like, "This was miserable. We were yelling. Oh, we were singing the songs, and somebody yelled at us to get out of the theater and stuff like that." I'm like, it's because it's not a sing along. If you see the lyrics on the screen, be my guest. Right. If they're not on the screen, shut up.
It's like how there's two different versions of the Frozen movie.
Exactly.
It's like the Frozen and the Frozen sing along.
Yeah. So like, don't just don't. Like, don't be annoying in a theater. Go to theaters. Let them live, please.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. But I think it is really sad, because I think that says a lot about just where our society is going in general. Because this is a prime example of the streaming services like taking over the really like the need for places like a movie theater. But I feel like, I don't know what we do about that. But I feel like that's the opposite direction as we need to be going. But because it's sad, because it makes so much sense for every business involved. But I feel like as a society, that like is going to drive us towards more sadness and less connectedness.
I agree, because like movie theaters, if you going to a movie theater with your friends is like a top tier experience. Yeah. Just all going to see a movie, talking about it after you leave, that kind of thing is so fun.
It's like the classic first date.
Yeah, it's such a good experience, and like it's slowly being taken away, and like. There's two parts to that. There's the annoying people who like just can't sit still during a movie, and there's also the jacked up prices of movie theaters. Because a lot of people are like, I'm already paying for a subscription service, and they've already announced that this movie is coming to streaming 2 months after it's in theaters.
Yeah, but I think the prices are jacked up because of the state of all the movie theaters and how they're in. Because like I feel like every movie theater around is just going bankrupt.
Yeah, So, the movie theater around, like one of the closest ones to us, is, like, it's in a mall that is, completely abandoned at this point. I fully expected this IMAX theater, because have you seen where it's at?
Mm-mm.
It's in the parking lot of that mall. So, my idea was like, oh no, this IMAX theater is going to cook this smaller theater. And
it should.
This, like, budget theater is going away, because, like, this place is going to ruin it. Plot twist, I found out 2 days ago, that smaller theater owns the IMAX.
I'm sorry, what?
So, like, now I'm hoping this IMAX is going to be huge, because, like, literally is the only one within 3.5 hours, maybe even, like, farther. I'm hoping it's going to save that mall. Because malls are also a dying thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We have 3 malls around us, only one of them is alive. And that's so sad. Because I love going to a mall as a kid.
Yeah, malls are great. I just feel like social places in general are just going away.
They're on the decline, and it's so sad. I like doing things with people.
But my question is, what do you do about it?
You have to go do it. That's the issue. Nobody wants to.
But, like, yeah, nobody wants to. So as a society, what do you do about it? Like, if you were, like, the governor, what do you do?
I think the only option is to make it more affordable. I know people not going is why it's more expensive, but now that it is more expensive, people aren't going. I think you gotta take the tickets down. Like the IMAX theater, I looked up what the average price for IMAX tickets were, and most of them are like 25 plus around the country. I got them for 15, which is like slightly less than the major theater around us. And like I think it's because like they're like, oh, if we can convince a few people around here that IMAX is awesome, then eventually we can start charging normal IMAX prices.
Because if it looks like it's booming.
Yeah. So like I'm hoping that's like that would stick in like, oh, we can get more people to show up if we show cheaper movies.
I thought you were going to say you just have to force people to go.
Every week there's a mandated movie night.
That would low-key be awesome.
That would slap.
It's like Taco Tuesday, but it's Movie Monday.
I think everyone should have a different day. Imagine like it's like actually like government assigned, and it's just like you and your girlfriend don't get the same day.
It's like, yeah, one of those, you just like have to draw like something out of a bag or like every year. It resets. You have to draw what day you have.
I can't work today. Sorry, boss. I have a movie at 5:30 p.m. every Tuesday for the next year.
Sorry, I have to.
The government mandated it.
The government mandated movies is a good idea, but I think there's more government mandated things that could be good.
Like what? Going outside?
Yes.
Planting a tree in your backyard?
Yeah, no. But, like, the point of all that, I guess, is just that if we don't save places like movie theaters and just social outlets like that, the fear is that as that stuff goes away, or as a society, we drive more towards what you would see in, like, futuristic movies where everybody is miserable and hates themselves. Whereas, like, people do nothing except work and, like, live in little pods.
I think we're moving towards the WALL-E future.
Yes, that's a good example.
All of us in space because we trashed the Earth and we're on wheelchairs because we're all fat.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
And we don't want to be in the WALL-E future.
No, we do not.
Although, that robot was a pretty cool guy.
I do love WALL-E. What a banger movie.
Yeah. Eva could get it. Is that her name?
It's Eve.
Eve?
But you got the point across. I'm not happy about it. That's insane.
Eve.
Stop. So that also like brings me to something that is very similar in this topic. I'm avoiding talking about video games because we do it often, and your Nana hates that. Mm-hmm. But this is technically related from like a level that we're already talking about. So Sony PlayStation recently announced by 2028 they will not have any physical discs out there anymore. They're stopping producing them.
I have a feeling we're going to disagree on this.
You think it's a good idea, which is an awful thing to think.
Keep going.
So I personally almost exclusively buy digital games. Just for my PlayStation. For like my Switch and stuff like that, I always buy physical as much as I can. I got the digital PS5 as a gift because like it was the only way to get a PS5 at the time was the digital one. And I love it. But I don't think, even if it's someone who's I'm not really getting affected by this, because I'm not the type of person to like sell my games or anything like that. I think it is truly awful to give us less options. For the people who do want to buy physical, they're not going to have this option anymore. This news came 2 days after PlayStation delisted 500 movies off of their movie store on the PlayStation, and made it to where even if you bought these movies, you can't watch them anymore. Mm-hmm. So imagine you bought a game on PlayStation, and then they just decide to take it away, and now you can't play it anymore. You just wasted your money. Even if you finished it before, you can't replay it because you don't have it anymore. And like the leaks say that the next Xbox is doing the same thing, and I wouldn't be shocked if like everything does it. Like I'm hoping. I don't think Nintendo would do it. I think they're gonna stay because their cartridges I think are cheaper, and like that'll give a whole bunch of people a boost. If they, I'm not like, as I said, I don't really collect physical discs anymore. I have a massive physical disc collection for other consoles besides PlayStation. But really, if PlayStation does this and like continues with how crappy they've been recently, and Xbox, you know, shutting down like studios left and right and stuff like that recently, I feel like at that point, by the time the PS6 comes out, I'm probably just gonna not buy it and just move fully to PC. Which those have been fully digital forever, but like if a game is removed from Steam, you can still play it.
Yeah. So my take, I feel like almost kind of contradicts what I was saying about the movie theaters and just society in general. I also buy most of my games digitally anyways. I think my take comes down to I would rather there be the option because I'd rather it not go away. But at the same time, I don't really care that much, and if it is something that benefits in other ways, which I haven't looked into it enough to know, but you mentioned the thing about limiting the options. I think if them not having to worry about like that whole software and part of that of like the disc reading makes it so that other systems are better, I feel like that's a good change because in general that is just where the world is going as stuff is being more digitalized, and at some point video games in a physical form are going to be like obsolete anyways. So I think that's just like the next step in the future.
We're already at the point where like the discs that we have don't fully carry the game, and you have to like download them either way. So you still need Wi-Fi to like play most games. But like I think it's just a bad idea overall, and with how gaming is getting more expensive.
Yeah.
All of our entire lives, games were $60, and then in the past like 5-ish years, they went to 70, and now they're already making the boost to 80, which is crazy. I understand how like inflation works and stuff like that, but like it's not sustainable for like how expensive games are becoming to make, and just people are not going to be able to afford them if they keep going up. Because like you buy a PlayStation 5 at launch for $500, okay?
Yeah.
And now a game was $80. That's almost a fifth of the console price for one game.
This is a joke, but to be fair, there is a bonus of increasing the prices of games, because sometimes you get really dumb, stupid people who shouldn't be on games. And
that's true.
Maybe they wouldn't be able to buy
an $80 multiplayer game. Yeah. You get away from it. You play one round of like Roblox or a free game, and you realize, oh wait, we should be paying for games. But here's my biggest takeaway from not having physical, because I really cannot stand the fact that not having options and stuff like that, and like going to stores like GameStop is already awful now, because it's not GameStop anymore. It's like the Funko Stop. Like it's just like nothing but like figures and stuff like that, with just a handful of games.
GameStop isn't going to exist much longer.
It really won't, unless it just becomes a collectible store, which it essentially already is. So we're getting less options. But my biggest thing is I know how these companies are, and they want to be as greedy as possible. PlayStation does not care about the players, despite saying their entire thing being play has no limits. Xbox just shut down multiple studios and fired like half of the people who were left from their other studios. They just don't care about like the actual industry. They just want money.
I feel like going fully digital makes them more money, because they don't have to pay for distributors.
That's the thing. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
They're doing this, but it's not going to change the price for consumers. You're not gonna get $50 games because they don't have to make discs anymore. You're still gonna get $80 games, and you don't get a disc.
Yeah,
that's my biggest takeaway.
Yeah, the prices wouldn't. There's no point.
The prices are not going down, so they have no reason to get rid of discs if they're not gonna lower the price of games.
Unless them not having to worry about the infrastructure behind the disc reading.
I don't think disc reading has been such a big thing for like 35 years. It's just so easy to slap onto a console now.
Yeah, but maybe if it doesn't take a lot of time, maybe it makes more space in the console.
I doubt it, but I mean the PS5 and Xbox Series are huge if you get the disc versions. But like truthfully, like that my biggest takeaway is that like we're getting shafted essentially by just we're not going to get lower price games, and we're going to have less options for how to buy them.
Our biggest takeaway from this entire podcast so far is that society is actually doomed.
Yeah, that's exactly what is happening.
And with all the changes that are happening, they might be good for corporations and businesses, but for the consumer, we're going to end up just like the Wall-E people.
Truthfully, that is what's going on. Yeah. The shareholders have like ruined everything, because they're just like, how can we make more money, and not how can we make this better.
Okay, we're talking about video games, and we're talking about like disc reading, but is this just a message behind how bad capitalism is?
Yes. It's awful.
But at the same time, my question is, and I don't know the answer, do communist affiliated Maybe. Okay.
We're getting a little sketchy here.
Okay. Never mind.
I don't want us to have a communist society.
No. Okay. Let me rephrase my question. If the world. Let me try this again. Okay.
Gather your thoughts.
In a non-capitalistic country, would people go to watch movies in a theater?
I feel like there's a few non-capitalist countries out there. I can't name them. You're the country guy, but like that, they have movie theaters. But like, I don't think capitalism isn't the answer. I think modern capitalism isn't the answer, because it used to not be this bad. It's just like things are getting more expensive, and people are being forced to buy them to have any enjoyment.
But is that a result of modern capitalism, or isn't just modern capitalism a result of the foundation of capitalism?
Well, yeah, the foundation
is
allowed it to get worse.
It's always going to force people to want more because people are inherently greedy.
Yeah, that's the issue. I think the idea of capitalism isn't bad. I think the people who are higher up in our country have screwed everything over. And it's not just like politicians and stuff like that. I mean, like literally, like the guy who owns Sony isn't a politician, but he screwed up the company. You feel me? Like, no. It's like literally everyone who is like making more money than like the average person in America.
I haven't thought about this enough to have like a solid take, but
Okay.
I do think the capitalism on paper might be the best answer.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is humans aren't perfect and aren't how they would be written out on paper.
Yeah.
Because humans have their own wants and desires and are, like I said, inherently greedy.
That is the issue. Greed has ruined it. Because like when you see how much people at like a CEO is making compared to the average employee of a company, and like it's not even remotely similar, and it shouldn't be technically similar. If you're running the company, you should make more, but the people much lower than you should still make money. They shouldn't be like starving while you're like able to fly a private jet everywhere you want to go every day.
And that just goes right along with the thought that there shouldn't be any billionaires in the country.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Think of all of the money, like all of that money out there, and like how many people that could feed, and it's just not going anywhere.
Anyways, speaking of not going anywhere, we're not going anywhere, except Christian is going to his left to grab that iPad.
True.
Because he has something planned for us today that I actually have no idea what it is. So, Christian, do you want to start briefly explaining what we're doing?
Okay, so in previous episodes of That Goes Awesome, until near the beginning of 40
of time.
So we had the thing going on where we would talk for the first 15, 20-ish minutes, and then we would do a topic for the episode. And if you've watched all of them, which you should have, you would know that we have changed to just Yap Session episodes. We just talk now.
Because we can do that now.
We can do that now.
We can talk.
So recently we have what we need to talk, but like, it is hard to find things to talk about whenever we've had very uneventful lives in the past couple months. We've not done anything very like interesting. So on that note,
I feel like we were having an interesting conversation.
No, we were clicking this time.
If nothing else, I think it's interesting to see the evolution of us talking about movie theaters to anti-capitalism.
So true. Okay, we had technical difficulties because Jaden's Wi-Fi is butt. Okay. I'm kidding, mine is awful too. Recently, we were talking about Reddit earlier.
Yeah,
but I've had this thing keep popping up on my feed. It's not a subreddit that I follow, but like I keep finding myself engaging with it, which is kind of the point, like posts. So it's called This or That. Well, I think it's called What Is Your Choice, but everyone titles their post like This or That. Essentially, it's a like would you rather type thing, which we have done before, but there's been some like fascinating ones. And I don't have like any specific ones. I just wanted to go on and just like look at a few so we could talk about them. Okay, so here's one that was posted 7 hours ago. Always smell neutral to others but good to yourself, or always smell amazing to others but awful to yourself.
It has to be amazing to others.
That like smell is such an important part about what people think about you. I don't want to smell if I smell myself and I smell bad, I'm gonna always think that I smell bad.
So we're just playing Would You Rather?
Essentially. But like there's some funny ones because it's just random dudes just going on and just making them, which I guess is always what Would You Rather is.
I thought you were gonna say that. I guess that's just always what Reddit is.
Just random dudes.
Yeah.
But I think always smell amazing is probably the correct answer. But I think I'm probably gonna spell neutral to others.
Oh, it was neutral to others?
What do you think it was? Natural? It was like, ew.
No, I thought it was like smell bad to yourself or good to others, or the other way around.
No, this one is always smell neutral to others but good to yourself. So like you don't really have a smell, but you smell good.
I would do that one.
I think I would do that one too.
Yeah.
What's the percentage of people doing that one? 71% agree with neutral. I would not be able to get past the subconscious idea. Okay, you get 10 million.
You get 10 million.
You get 10 million.
You get 10 million.
You get $10 million tax free, or you can go back to age 1 with all of your current memories.
Okay, $10 million, just upfront tax free. That's huge. That's an insane amount of money. That like sets you up for life, pretty much.
Yeah, for the average American, I think you could just live a normal lifestyle with that.
But I feel like with my knowledge at level 1, I would be a beast.
Level 1 is crazy. Mom, invest in Bitcoin, please.
I would be a beast, dude. I'd be unstoppable at level 1.
I would hate to have to relive these past 22 years though.
Why?
Because like
I
I don't
feel
like
like
school
you're
or anything like that.
you're gonna regret saying that. I feel like.
Well, probably, but like, I hate school. I don't want to go through it again. But I mean, maybe I could just like be one of those kids who like goes to college at like age 12 and just like just nails everything. Probably not, because now I'm like, if I have to like, count 5 plus 4, I'm like, like
when I multiply by 9s, I still do the like.
I still don't know how to do long division, so like,
I don't know how to do short division.
oh okay. I think for me, $10 million is the easy answer, but you can make more than $10 million if you really play your cards right.
Okay, but is it 10 million like instantly right now?
Yeah.
I feel like I could make more than 10 million if you gave me 10 million instantly right now.
Yeah. If you go back and you just like really know what to do, because like
okay, no, yes, that's not what I was saying though. Even if you just gave me 10 million, you could just invest it and you could make more money than 10 million very fast.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't say very fast, but it would take a while. But
I mean, it would go up.
Make more money.
It would go up fast. It being like 10 million.
I think that would be the move. If you got $10 million, you pocket like $1 million of it, and then invest $9 million.
Invest $9 million
because even $1 million is gonna really help for a long time.
Well, I mean, if you invest $9 million, I would have to run the maths, but I think even in a year you could probably make close to $1 million.
Yeah, so I think 10 million is like I keep doing that, but 10 million to me is the answer. Just because I don't look. I think I would hate to like all the people that I know going back to age 1 and knowing that I won't see them again for another like 18 years.
Speaking of 10 millions though, that like you keep saying it, I would love to own a chameleon.
So true,
dude. Me and Carly like we'll go to like the pet store to like get some food or whatever for like our pets that we have, and we'll see the chameleons there, and we'll be like, man, I want to own one of those one day. They look so cool.
They do look really cool. I agree with that.
That has to be like top 10 pets to have. A chameleon. Next to a ferret.
I've been pooped on by a ferret one time. I had a ferret poop on my butt. You heard it here first, guys. A ferret pooped my pants. I was laying on my stomach and a ferret like crawled onto my back and went onto my butt and just pooped on my butt.
How did it know where to go?
I don't know, but it was not a happy time for me.
I bet the ferret liked it.
That's a very interesting thing to say for the guy who said he really thinks Eve is attractive earlier. Which space colony would you go to? B11, bugs, zombies, and decent living conditions. Or B21, sun, fun, and paranoid sociopaths.
I feel like the second one is just Earth.
You're onto something there. I feel like as a kid I had such an intense fear of zombies.
Wait, the zombies are on the first one?
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
So you just want a Walking Dead type
Yeah.
thing? It depends on what kind of zombies they are.
If they're Walking Dead zombies, I got it. But if they're like World War Z zombies, we're cooked.
Or like Dying Light zombies, anything like that. I think Walking Dead zombies is best case scenario for a zombie apocalypse, because truthfully I think if that happens we're putting them down so fast.
Yeah.
But the second the zombies start running or know how to use weapons, you're cooked. That's my thought.
If there was a zombie outbreak, I'd be trying to act like my Black Ops characters and solve Easter eggs.
Trying to find a ray gun.
Get a ray gun, or like I'll try and like shoot things to play a song or something.
Go every vending machine. You're like, please, 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 please.
I would go prone in front of the vending machines to get an extra 100 cash.
We're on to something here.
The idea of somebody doing that in real life is so funny. Just laying down in front of the vending machine.
Okay.
I wonder how many people are not going to get that reference.
Probably. I think the average person watching our podcast probably has played that, but I don't know.
Not for long.
Which can earn you more money? $1 for every wall that you have touched till this day, or $1 for every door you've touched till this day?
Do the doorknobs count?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, then I've definitely touched more doorknobs than I have walls.
I feel like I definitely have too, but also like I do. If I'm walking past a wall, a lot of times I just like reach my hand out like a video game character and start like stroking it.
Yeah, but does stroking it count, or do you have to like touch?
Well, you touched it.
Okay, but I mean, like, does a continuous stroke is that?
It won't get you more than $1.
Okay, so that's still just one. Okay, see, I've been around more walls in my life Then I have doors. Like,
Yeah.
I'm around walls a lot, but believe it or not, I don't think I actually touch them that much.
Doors or walls?
No, walls. I'm not like this.
I am like that.
Why? What are you doing in your room that has you just like this? I don't touch walls that often, but
I'm gonna go doors. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like I could definitely make a lot of money after having to just touch walls. I've touched a lot of walls.
if I feel like doorknobs counting is so OP though.
Well, you are still touching the door, cause like here's where it comes. Like, you know, we've talked about the infamous doors versus wheels debate. Okay, so you got to consider the fact that like you touch cars, you touch fridges. Every time you go into your house, like there's multiple doors in your house.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. I think the doors is
No,
the
yeah,
obvious
doors
answer.
is definitely the answer. So like, even though I have definitely touched a lot of walls, I have to touch doors on a day-to-day basis. I could probably go an entire day without touching a wall.
You look like a wall toucher though.
I appreciate that.
I want to count how many walls I touch in a day. I'll report back.
See how much money you would have. I'm gonna like, subconsciously do that like tomorrow. I'll just go do things, and it's just like, okay, I would have $30 if I just touched doors. Like,
Next episode, I will let you know how many walls I touch.
so I wonder if it gets more specific. Is it like a dollar for every wall you touched? As in, if you touch the same wall, it doesn't count.
Yeah, can I just like repeatedly?
Because as a kid, I'm sure. Sorry, I just completely interrupted you there. But as a kid, I'm sure I went like this, like all the time.
Yeah,
And like, was that like it's multiple dollars? I would say no.
you could take that to the Pink Pony Club.
What does that mean? Oh.
Sorry, that just popped in my head.
Okay, but like I would say it probably does count, but like it doesn't specify. So I would imagine every door means every time you touch a door,
Yeah,
or else it would definitely be like nerfed.
yeah, because then I could just go up to a door and just that knob.
Yeah. On college campus alone, like I'll open multiple doors in one day of class.
Yeah, I don't touch walls on campus. They're probably dirty.
I lean against a lot of walls. I'll sit in the back.
Ooh, that's a good
class
point. I always lean against walls.
Yeah, I'm still going doors for
Doors.
sure.
I've leaned against a door too. And then somebody opened it and I went, whoa!
Okay, this one just seems confusing. I'm gonna read it because I haven't read the second one. It's just a lot of words.
Okay.
So the first one says, "Stop time whenever you hold your breath," or "Whenever you sleep, your soul is pulled out of your body and can move freely, flying at a speed of 10 kilometers an hour through anything. You're invisible and can only observe. You cannot sleep in this form, and you return back to your body instantly whenever it wakes up."
Well, that sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
If it's not scary. It sounds terrifying at first.
And you can only observe. So, like, you can't interact with anything, but it would still be interesting.
Okay, but how much of life are we enjoying by only observing? Hear me out. The beach. You could go to the beach and have a good time and not do anything. You're just observing being at the beach.
So, okay, that's a good point. My thought is, like, as long as I get the benefits of having slept, this is OP.
Yeah.
Because
If you want to go see the Eiffel Tower,
so you can't touch anything.
yeah.
We've established that. So you can't, like, for example, read. Like, you can't grab a book and start reading. But
If all the pages were laid out, you could.
well, yeah. But my thought was, like, before I go to bed, activate an audiobook and fall asleep, and I can wake up and listen to
Or before you go to bed, you could activate That Goes Awesome on Spotify,
it. Great call.
and you could listen to all of it.
Think of how many, like, movies or TV shows you could watch, and then, like, you know, audiobooks you could listen to. There's a lot of ways to passively just, like, engage with things.
We took that two different ways. I just think about going places.
Yeah, going places would slap. And then, like, you could do some very interesting things with that. It's also very creepy. It's kind of like whenever somebody tells you they want to go invisible. It's like their power. And you're like, oh, you're a pervert.
You're so right. I could like go and stalk people.
Yeah, very easily. Stop time whenever you hold your breath. You get that a lot more, though. So I think that's an underrated thing. Okay?
I could stop time for a while.
Yeah, I
feel
would
like
practice like crazy.
Oh yeah, practicing it, get good
Because
at
every
it.
time you do it, you're gonna get slightly better, and something you'll eventually reach a cap. You know, like, just learn how to not breathe. But
So I guess it doesn't stop time for you then. It just stops time around you.
it'd be really funny. But yeah, it doesn't stop you. Like, you can still move. But that's the cool part of it. It's just like if you have to like get somewhere, you're trying to sneak past somebody. Like say like you're at the club and the bouncer won't let you in. You're just like,
I think the other one's still cooler though.
The other one is cooler, but I've always like been obsessed with like super speed and stuff like that, and I think stopping time is very close to that. But it would also get annoying. I think both would get annoying. If I have to leave my body, yeah, it says whenever you sleep, your soul is pulled out of your body. So it's like you don't really get to sleep. But on the flip side of that, like, what is stop time when you hold your breath truly count as? Because you're not breathing when you're like eating or talking. I would imagine it specifically if you go.
Yeah, but if it's the other way, it'd just be like your whole life is lagging.
Yeah, and that sucks. Because like I wouldn't count like eating or anything like that. But what I would count is like imagine you're swimming and you go underwater, and not everyone else in the pool is just completely immobile. You can't like play Marco Polo. That would suck.
You have to breathe underwater.
I think I've changed my mind though. I think I'm gonna do the stop time one just because I want to be able to sleep.
Yeah, I'll stand by the other one though.
Okay, the other one is still very cool.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of really cool stuff with that. Never have to sleep again or never have to eat again. I like eating too much.
I like sleeping too much.
I enjoy sleeping, but like there's a lot of times when I'm like, oh, I really want to like do this thing, but I have to go to bed soon.
Sometimes I really want to do something, but like, man, I have to go eat.
So like that is very valid. I like eating a lot, but
yeah, we can tell.
Okay,
we can freaking tell, buddy.
I do think I would go never have to sleep as long because like the stipulations are always the issue here.
Yeah,
like it doesn't specify, but I would imagine you always feel well rested. Because imagine if you like always felt consistently tired,
right?
And like you never have to sleep, because that would suck. But on the flip side, imagine like you never have to eat, but you always feel hungry. I imagine it is just those blanket statements.
Yeah.
Though. Like you never have to eat and you never have to sleep. You just always feel full and you always feel awake.
I think I would go with never have to sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with because you could do so much.
All right, Christian, give us one more.
Okay.
Give us a goodie.
Okay. You're given a superpower, but with a catch. What's your choice? The ability to walk through some walls. A likelihood of success increases with speed of travel, but is never guaranteed. You can be the best in the world at anything you wish, but you don't get better. Every other person just gets a lot worse.
Ooh. That second one, it started out so strong, but that's just really sad.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like it's worth it to be good at badminton if everybody else is just bad, because it's not fun.
You can make a lot of money with that.
That's true.
I think the ability to walk through some walls is hilarious, but I love the idea of it being like the faster you move, you have more of a chance, but if you don't, it's just like slamming your head against the wall.
Yeah, I really like that one. That one's funny. That's like one I would love to see you have, because it'd be funny to watch you run into walls.
That's mean. I would always wear a helmet.
Right.
Like a helmet and like
you going head first,
knee pads and elbow pads, and I would sprint at every wall like this.
That's funny.
That's my idea there. There's some interesting ones.
You mentioned if you take the other one, you'd be able to potentially make a lot more money. And my take on that is that shouldn't be the case, because capitalism.
True. Capitalism.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, or just one or the other. It'd be kind of weird if people only watched and didn't listen, but that would be funny.
I like that idea, guys. They like the way we look, but our voices, oh my god.
Ooh, I hope you liked seeing me touch that wall, and I hope you liked listening to my voice as I tell you to subscribe to That Goes Awesome on all platforms. You can find our link tree, and until next week, I have been Jaden.
I'm still Christian.
We are out of here. Goodbye, audience.